Hello and welcome back to this self-love flow that we're going to do today in beautiful Perth. And let's get started. We're going to start in the end of the mat, laying down onto our back. You can keep your foot soles onto the mat. And whenever you're ready, we're going to come up to a bridge pose today. So tuck your tailbone slightly in so you can feel that lower back in connection. Then slowly, one vertebra at a time, we're rolling up to our bridge pose. Since this is our first movement of the day, we want to take it really slow, not overly exaggerating, opening up too much, but trying to keep a straight line from the knees all the way down to the shoulder. Take one deep breath and exhale slowly, one vertebra at a time, in full control. We're lowering down again. All right. Sway your hips a bit from side to side. Knees come falling out. Awakening a bit of the spine. Then we're going to stop with both knees onto the right side. Reach your left arm out to the right, to the left, sorry. 2 deep inhales and exhales. And slowly roll back to center. We're switching side. Roll the knees over to the left. Extend your right arm. If you want, you can lean your head against that right side as well. 3 full cycles of breath. And slowly rolling up into center. Place your foot soles again, hip width apart. Tuck the tailbone in and come up to your bridge pose. This time, if we want, we can interlace our hands underneath our back and glutes and see if we can scoop the shoulders underneath here so we can give that extra extension. Keep holding it here. Steady inhale and long exhale. Pointing the knees to the top of the mat. Keep pressing those glutes up and away. Imagine you have a thread from the navel, from the pelvis, pulling you up towards the sky. One more deep breath in. One long exhale. And release your hands. We're slowly rolling ourselves down. This time in our bridge pose, if you want to intensify it to give that bit of an extra opening, slightly move your toes and your heels, your whole foot as close to the sitting bones as you possibly can. Then we're coming up in again for 3rd time. If you don't want to do this variation, you can just stay with your hands underneath. If not, we're going to grab hold of our ankles and then slightly push up again. Finding stillness here, taking your time. Last breath. And slowly release back down, one vertebra at a time. Come in for that big hug of the knees towards the chest. If you want, you can invite some rocks here, some sways from side to side, circles, whatever feels good to you. Then we're going to create some movement here to come up to a seated position. So try to swing yourself up, lifting your whole glutes and your lower back off the mat and sway up and back. Now, when we have this motion, we're gonna help that motion to bring ourselves forward as well. So whenever you're ready, we come to the front, come to seated position. If we want, we can come up to our feet and then move down, or we just sway our hands and knees onto the mat. So we're coming into the seated position. From the seated position, we're gonna come up to half camel. I like to invite some movement into this so it's more fluid throughout, but if you want, you can just alternate as well. So I'm going to show you the movement first. We're coming up onto the knees and we sway back. So easiest is to tuck the toes under to elevate the heel a bit. Then we're leaning back by pushing the hips forward, sending them to the front, lifting the chest and reaching back to that one heel. The other arm come up and reach towards the back. Shin comes to the sky. So first variation is to come here, and when you want to exit and switch side, you slowly compress those glutes a lot and push yourselves up to standing. If you want to do the circular movement, the swaying camel, we're going to round and create a big circle with that right hand, sway over to the left and switch side. So pick that variation that feels the best for you today, if you want to exit and enter, or if you want to sway around. We're going to do this in cycle with your breath. So taking deep inhales as you move through the circle, exhale as you enter the half camel. Take your own time as you move through. Three more cycles of breath. Sending the hips forward, lifting the chest to the sky. We're on our last one here. Coming up. And I'm gonna just finish on my last side. Then release. Press those glutes together and come up. And we sit down onto the heels. What we want to do is just clasp the hands behind our back, open the chest forward, and see if you can bring the hands down to ground them on the mat behind you. Lift the shin up to the sky and feel that great opening in your heart. One last breath. Then slowly engage those lower abs and push yourself up to neutral position. Take one deep breath here in this neutral spine before we move anywhere else. Allowing our body to recenter. And whenever you're ready, we're going to find tabletop, bringing the hands and knees onto the mat. Another favorite heart opener of mine is this half bow pose. So we're coming into it by switching that right knee towards the left side of the mat, and we're finding our supported side plank. Arm come reaching up, we take one deep breath. Then with your exhale, lift that leg off the mat and then bend the knee so we're bringing the foot close to the sitting bone. Grab hold now of your ankle. So this is the first variation. This still gives a nice little opening by just bringing that awareness to the upper shoulder. But if you want, you can open up and kick that leg away from you, giving this great extension in the front body. Take one more deep breath. Perfect. Slowly grabbing hold of that ankle, we're gonna sway to the front of the mat, coming into our low lunge. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus arms. Lean that upper back towards the end of the mat. Inhale, arms to the top. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck the back toes under, step it up for a three-legged dog. And then we're lowering ourselves down into tabletop position. We're switching side here. So what we want to do is again switch that left knee towards the right side of the mat, come into your extended side angle. From this position, if you want, we lift off that leg, bend the knee, ankle towards the sitting bone, and we grab hold of the ankle. First variation is to stay here. Second variation, kick that leg away from you to fully open up. Staying for a few deep breaths in. Holding it here, bringing that attention to our upper shoulder, the right shoulder, to open towards the sky. Now, whenever you're ready, we're gonna swing that foot to the front, coming into our low lunge. Arms overhead with the inhale. Exhale, cactus arms, upper back comes moving to the end of the mat. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands to mat, tuck the back toes under and swing yourself back to three-legged dog. From here, lower down to your tabletop position, and we're coming to the seated position to end our practice today. I'm gonna face you guys so we can take a few deep breaths together, and this self-love, inviting some more love into our heart, into the present moment, and to the environment around us. So I invite you to bring your hands to your heart, closing your eyes down, and focus on your breath here. Take a deep breath through the nose. Feel that expansion of your stomach, of your chest, perhaps of your shoulders, and the decompression as you exhale. Feeling how the whole diaphragm is moving with your conscious effort of breathing in deep, sending in positive energy, sending in all that love for yourself, and exhaling out, releasing what no longer serves you. See if you can acknowledge any heat from your hands, any loving thoughts. Giving thanks to yourself for taking this time on the mat to be present, to show effort and love to your body, to your mind, to your soul. Spiritually, mentally, and physically, we're here, present, to love ourselves and to love what all is around us. One deep inhale together. Exhale it out through the mouth. Release your hands down and blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me today on the mat. If you do like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, as it will help me loads to bring out new content for you guys. I hope to see you next Monday for the next flow that I'm posting. Lots and lots and lots of love to you guys. Hope to see you soon.